welcome back to CBSE Learners. This is me Pooja M. K. Rao. I welcome you all to my online classes where you can learn absolutely free of cost. This class is for my class 10 students, and in this class I am going to explain you the poem Fire and the Ice. Okay, and this poem is also by Robert Frost. These Dust of Snow, Fire and Ice, these are all short poems by our poet Robert Frost. So you know very well, in my previous video in Dust of Snow, I have explained you that Robert Frost is an American poet and he was born on 26th March 1874 and he died on 29th January 1963. And he was a nature poet and his poetic style is somewhat rural, controversial and realistic and introspective. Okay. Now this poem is also, in like previous poem, he has also represented some natural symbols to express his feeling in this poem. Now let's read the poem, and before going into the poem, just see fire and ice. Both are oxymoron, isn't it? Both are exactly opposite to each other. Fire and ice, isn't it? Now let's see the poem. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. So here Robert Frost is explaining us that some people they believe in the idea that our world is going to end with fire or by fire. But some believe that it's going to end by ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So what the poet is saying, that what he has understood about the desire, he believes firmly that the world is going to end by fire. Now, in this first stanza, the poet has explained the desire, the ultimate cause of destruction of human beings. He has compared fire. Or you can say he has compared desire, human beings' desire, with fire. As the fire destructs it destructs anything very fast. If we don't control our desire, the world is going to end because of our desire, greediness, of our selfishness, of our desires. Okay, because see, as a human beings, we want more. Our desire is increasing day by day, more and more. We want everything more. So we don't think twice to harm the other person. If we want to grow in any area, we just pull the other person and try to bring the other person down, isn't it? So when we have more desire, we don't think what the other person is going to face. Okay, whether the world is going to start, we just want to accumulate the wealth in our hand. We just want to accumulate our desire. We just want to satisfy our desire. We don't want to see what the other person is facing, what the other person is having problem, isn't it? So we want to just satisfy our desire. So desire is similarly as fire. Fire, what it is doing? It burns out. It just devastates anything what comes to that fire. Okay. So similarly, the desire, if we don't control our desire, it's going to destruct the whole mankind. Okay. Now in the next stanza, it's representing the ice. Now see, let's read this one. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Okay. Now the word perish means die. Okay. So if it had to die twice means here the poet wants to say that if the fire, like fire, if it doesn't ends fast, even if it ends slowly, then I think the ice will also do, because he has compared in the second stanza hatred, the feeling of hatred, with ice. Okay. Now while see, I think I know enough of hate. Hate, the word he has used here, he is comparing it with ice. Now when we hate someone, just I will ask you all, when we hate someone, what we do? We just keep some inner feeling inside us and when slowly, day by day, when we get chance, we just show our hatred to that person and we try to harm the person, isn't it? So hatred is a silent killer, isn't it? People usually keeps hatred inside them, and when they get the time, they just uses that hatred and just destruct the person whom he hates, isn't it? So hate is also similarly is equally efficient, is sufficient to destruct the humankind, to destruct the mankind, to destruct the world. Okay, so he has used both. He has said he is bringing us in between two beliefs, that either the fire is going to end the world or the ice, but he has not explained the normal fire or the normal ice. By explaining, by using the word, by using the term fire and the ice, he has explained us the either the desire or the hate. The desire of a person to grow in higher level, to grow himself higher, usually what it does, it destructs the world. And equally, when the other person is just facing problem, he just keeps hate inside them, isn't it? Both are related to each other, isn't it? The desire and hate. Sometimes we see when we desire to grow more, what we do, we just harm the other person, and when we are harming the other person, the other person might have kept that hatred inside them, and when he or she get the chance, he is going to show that hatred. Now, by doing all these things, what is happening? It is destructing the world. It is destructing the humankind. Okay. So, I hope you understood the inner meaning of this poem. It is not only just about the fire and the ice. It's about the desire and the hatred. Both are equally poisonous. One destructs the world, the desire, which is compared to the fire, destructs the world very fast, and the ice, which is compared to the hatred, destructs it slowly. So both are equally sufficient. Okay. So let's see the rhyme scheme of this poem. This is a very short poem and very easy ones, but with a deeper inner feeling. Okay. This type of feelings and this type of incidents we actually face in our everyday life, isn't it? So it's giving you a very moral that not to keep excessive desire, not to hate someone, because by doing this we are just ending the world. Okay. Now let's see the rhyme scheme. So first one is A. Okay. A, B. Okay. Now the first one is rhyming with the third one. So fire and desire. So once again A, and the fourth one is also rhyming with the third one and the first one. So the rhyming scheme of the first stanza will be A, B, A, A. Okay. So let's see the second stanza. Let's consider the first line of the second stanza as B, B, C. Once again B, once again C, once again B. Okay. See, hate is twice is rhyming with the ice, hate is rhyming with the great, and once again twice ice and surface is rhyming with the last line. Okay. So let's see the second stanza rhyming scheme will be B, C, B, C, B. Okay. So the rhyming scheme is clear to you. Okay. So I hope you like this video and the moral of this poem and what our poet wants to say you. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, just hit the like button and share with your friends if you think it's useful for you. Okay. And thanks for staying tuned with us, and for more informational video like this, just subscribe to our channel and stay tuned with us. Okay. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.